Because of Winn-Dixie, Chapter 15. The Herman W. Block Memory Library air conditioning unit didn't work very good, and there was only one fan. And from the minute me and Winn-Dixie got in the library, he hugged it all. He lay right in front of it and wagged his tail and let it blow his fur all around. Some of his fur was pretty loose and blew right off of him like a dandelion fluff. I worried about him hugging the fan, and I worried about the fan blowing him wild. But Miss Franny said not to worry about either things. That Winn-Dixie could hug the fan if he wanted it, and she had never in her life seen a dog made wild by a fan. Sometimes, when Miss Franny was telling a story, she would have a fit. They were smile fits, and they didn't last long. But what happened was she would forget what she was saying. She would just stop and start to shake like a little leaf. And when that happened, Winn-Dixie would get up from the fan and sit right at Miss Franny Block's side. He would sit up till protecting her, with his ears standing up straight on his head, like shoulders. And when Miss Franny stopped shaking and started talking again, Winn-Dixie would lick her hand and lie back down in front of the fan. Whenever Miss Franny had one of her fits, it reminded me of Winn-Dixie in a thunderstorm. There were a lot of thunderstorms that summer, and I got real good at holding on to Winn-Dixie whenever they came. I held on to him and confronted him and whispered to him and rocked him, just the same way he tried to confront Miss Franny when she had her fits. Only I held on to Winn-Dixie for another reason too. I held on to him tight so he wouldn't run away. It all made me think about Gloria Dump. I wondered who confronted her when she heard those bottles knocking together, those ghosts chattering about the things she had done wrong. I went to confront Gloria Dump, and I decided that the best way to do that would be to read her a book. Read it to her long enough to keep the ghosts away. And so I asked Miss Franny. I said, "Miss Franny, I've got a grown-up friend who's eyes are going on her, and I would like to read her a book out loud. Do you have any suggestion? Suggestion, Miss Franny said. Yes, ma'am. I have suggestions, of course. I have suggestions. How about David Copperfield? Who's him? I asked her. David Copperfield is the title of the book, Apple, said Miss Franny. Oh, well, what's it about? It's about a boy growing up. It's been a tradition in my family to read the book aloud. My great-grandfather let us read a book aloud to my grandfather every year. And when my father was an old man, I read it aloud to him. It sure must be a good book, I said. Why, that mattered too much to let us that he even a copy of it with him when he went off to fight in the cavalry. He was just a boy, you know. Lemus was your great-grandfather? Yes, ma'am. Lemus W. Block. Now there's a story. Winn-Dixie yawned real big and lay down on his side. With a thump and the side, I sure he knows that push. Now there's a story, and he know it meant we weren't going anywhere real soon. And I sat down cross-legged next to Winn-Dixie. I pushed him and tried to get him to share the fan, but he pretended he was asleep, and he wouldn't move. I was all stilled in the ready for a good story when the door bagged and pinch-faced Amanda Wilson came in. Winn-Dixie stood up and stared at her. He tried out a smile on her, but she didn't smile back, and so he lay down again. I'm ready for another book, Amanda said, slamming her book down onto Miss Franny's desk. Well, said Miss Franny, maybe you won't mind waiting. I am telling in the Opal a story about my great-grandfather. You are, of course, more than welcome to listen. It will be just 1 minute. 1 minute. Amanda sighed a real big dramatic sigh and stared past me. She pretended like she wasn't interested, but she was, I could tell. Come sit over here, said Miss Franny. I'll stand, thank you, said Amanda. Shake yourself, Miss Franny shrugged. Now where was I? Oh yes, let must W. Block.